Hello and welcome back to part 2 of this Nintendo Switch Super Deluxe Edition career mode playthrough. In the last episode, we conquered the first 2 rounds of the college series at Toledo Bend and Chickamauga Lake. And if you missed that video, it will be linked down in the description. And maybe there'll even be one of those funky little things on the top of the screen. Who knows? We'll see. If not, you'll be able to catch it at the end. I'll make sure it's on the screen. But today, we are looking to complete the college series. First of all, we have a species race on St. Lawrence River, and then we have a Bassmaster College Series event on the same venue. So 2 events on the same venue. I've already taken the liberty of spending some of our event winnings on some additional gear. So you remember last time, I set up a Jenkilistic swim bait on the 40-pound black braided rod. I now have a tremor shad set up on a jig head with the 40-pound braid and the 8-inch booty shaker on the 50-pound black braid and another jig head. So we're pretty well equipped for big bass right now. So we're going to jump into it and see how we get on my first ever attempt at a species race. So, well, first off, I've taken my jumper off, got too warm. Second of all, before you start a career mode event, let's say it's on a venue that you've never fished before, which in my case, I haven't really fished St. Lawrence River that much. You don't have to just jump into the event. If you hit takeoff, that will take you into the event and you'll be competing. What you can do is go to practice, and that will load you into the venue and you can spend some time exploring the lake, finding your hotspots, putting GPS markers down, all that kind of stuff to get you prepared to succeed in the event. Now, I have done a little bit, and I put some GPS markers down of some spots I think might work. So we'll have to see how we get on. Let's do it.
Today's all about one thing, getting inside that cut line. Who will it be? Our anglers are ready for takeoff, so let's join them on the water.
So you might notice my my angler looks a bit different. Oh, I've overshot my marker there. Let's spin the boat around here. My angle looks a bit different. So this is not a Bassmaster event. So we're wearing our practice gear essentially, as opposed to our official tournament gear, which is why my guy looks a bit different. He's repping the flag. So it's a species race. So you can see on the top right, it currently says 0 of 17. The goal is to try and catch as many of the 17 species of fish on the St. Lawrence River as possible within the allotted half an hour that I have. So we're just going to start casting out and seeing if we can find some fish that will bite. I'm hoping that some of them might take this small lure to start with, as we are pretty well equipped for, small or big bass even. Okay, we've got a fish. Oh, lost it straight away. Here we go, good strike. It's a little one. Black crappie. Okay, great. So that's 1 of 17 of our species that we need. Caught. What do we get? Looks different. Bluegill, perfect. Let's go use tremor shad, see if we can attract something slightly bigger. I know that gar and bass and chain pickerel all like this lure, I think. Oh, slipping. Come on, buddy. He's jumping.
That is Shack Daddy's super bass.
Fantastic. So that's a smallmouth bass. That takes us up to 3. Hello, anybody? God, okay. Couldn't get a strike on there. Must have had some slack on the line. Looks like we got... God, that is big. Okay, we can't afford to lose this. I want to make sure we try and keep hold of our lead. We got him. Wow. Look at the size of it. A 45-pound Chinook Chinook or Chinook? I think it's Chinook salmon. Massive. That's crazy. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking at the radar. So that looks interesting. So every time a fish pops up on the right hand side of the radar, that is the second a fish passed underneath my boat. So I'm just going to cast out a few times here, see if I can see anything going on. Problem is it's getting dark now, so I'm not going to be able to see, and I'm joint first. Okay, let's head to this island spot and see if we can find some fish there. And we'll stop using the underwater camera at night because you can't see underwater at night time anyway. So we're starting to drop behind a bit. A bunch of them have overtaken us. We're down to just about a minute left and we are struggling. We are currently in 4th place with 4 out of 17, with all the remaining top 3 above us on 5 out of 17. It's just one fish in it, one species in it. I just can't get any bites since the first portion of this round. And you know what they say, right? That's why they call it fishing, not catching. That's it. 3, 2, 1. 4th.
Put your bag on the scales and find out where that places you on the leaderboard. But
unfortunately, it's only good enough to get us into 4th place. Okay, so look, we didn't do amazingly well in that, but that's okay, because it's not an official Bassmaster College Series event. In my eyes, it's just a bit of fun in between the official events, right? Just sharpening our skills, keeping our skill set and our minds active, So let's get into the real deal, the final event of the Bassmaster College Series.
Tough day today. Unfortunately, just like the pop caps say, you're gonna have to try again.
We're gonna have to try again. And try again we will. Okay, attempt 2. Let's do this. Oh boy, okay. It's taken almost half of the amount of time, which is why for the first half of this event there's been no footage. But we finally have our first bite. We've had to go back to our OG spot that we used in the species race. But we finally have a fish on, looks like a largemouth. Had a big belly on it from the underwater camera. So I'm hoping we've got something good here to make this wait worthwhile. It's a 2-hander. Look at it. That's big.
Boom shakalaka. Giant bass.
And would you look at that? We've caught our first legendary on the Nintendo Switch Super Deluxe Edition. We've just caught a 12-pound, 5-ounce largemouth bass who goes by the name of Lincoln. I'm genuinely chuffed. So yeah, in my entire time playing this game since release, I've caught... That's my 4th legendary I've ever caught. So I'm genuinely chuffed. Really chuffed. And it's really helped us out because it's put us straight to the top of the leaderboard. Alright, now we need to keep up some momentum, right? Well, there isn't really momentum, but it would be nice to try and catch another one. Oh my gosh. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes. We are in the lead by 5 ounces. 5 ounces, 5 minutes. I'll have done this with 1 fish, 1 bass. Lincoln. Lincoln!
Let's get your bag on the scales and find out where that places you on the leaderboard.
Lincoln! Lincoln.
Let's hear it for your Bassmaster College Series champion.
We've done it. We are College Series champions. Obviously excluding the species race, but we're not worried about the species race. All right, that's it for episode 2. Thank you for joining me on this Nintendo Switch motion control Super Deluxe Edition playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for episode 3 next week, where we'll start taking on the Open series. Have a good one. See you later.